Hello, MPFS friends. I'd like to read this story to you, The Jolly Postman or Other People's Letters by Janet and Allen Ahlberg. You might have received a letter from me, a thank you note, that your Jolly Postman or Jolly Postman delivered. Here are some letters that were sent by some characters you might know. It's a fun book. Do you see the tea kettle and the cup of tea? There's a letter next to the whatever that food is right there, maybe sugar. Do you see the letter? By the way, what letter is here? Jolly. Did you guess J? Jolly. Once upon a bicycle, so they say, a jolly postman came one day from over the hill and far away with a letter for the 3 bears. Look at that letter. It says, Mr. and Mrs. Bear, 3 Bears Cottage, the Woods. And there's a stamp and a postmark. Oh, it's from Banbury Cross. Some of you might know Banbury Cross from a nursery rhyme. When I turn the page, it shows an envelope, and in the envelope, I can take out the letter. Let's see what the letter says. Here it is. It looks like this. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Bear and Baby Bear, I am very sorry indeed that I came into your house and ate Baby Bear's porridge. Mummy says I am a bad girl. I hardly eat any porridge when she cooks it. She says, Daddy says he will mend the little chair. Love from Goldilocks. P.S. Baby Bear can come to my party if he likes. There will be 3 kinds of ice cream and a magician. Goldilocks drew a picture of herself and the chair and the cottage and the sun and sky. I'm going to put that back in the envelope. Oh, there's the 3 kinds of ice cream. So the bears read the letter, except Baby Bear. The postman drank his tea, and what happened next, we'll very soon see. Here's the postman getting on his bike after reading the letter with the 3 bears. Off went the postman, toodaloo, in his uniform of postal blue, to a gingerbread cottage and garage too, with a letter for the Wicked Witch. There she is. And here's the letter. It looks like it's an advertisement. It says, open now, do not delay. This could be your lucky day. Free witch watch with every order. And it's to the occupant, that's the person who lives there, Gingerbread Bungalow, the Woods. A member of the Magic Traders Circle. And here's the stamp, postage paid, 2 warlocks. Let's turn the page and see what's in the envelope. Oh, on the back there's an owl. If undelivered, return to Hobgoblin Supplies Limited, Warlock Mountain. And I take out the letter. Let's see what's inside. Oh, it's double. Look, it was like this, And now I'm opening it like this, and I still need to open more. Let's see. Ugh. Hobgoblin Supplies Limited. Everything for the modern witch. Delivered to your door or den. Covens catered for. And then there are all kinds of things you can buy from this advertisement for witches. Deadly lampshades. Nice and gloomy. Little boy pie mix. For those unexpected visitors when the cupboard is bare. Finest natural ingredients, no preservatives, and the witches are cooking a pie in the picture. Halloween boot. Available in sizes 4 to 14. Choice of 5 lively colors. Midnight black, cool black, jet black, crow black, and bat black. Witches only wear black, according to this advertisement. Easy Clean Non-Stick Cauldron set with free recipe for toad in the hole. And there's the toad in the hole. Witching hourglass, the ideal gift. So this measures time. Big broom for the larger witch, as seen on TV. Looking for a new newt? Bonus newt, the bigger newt. 10% bigger. Special offer. Buy 4, get 1 free. Same low price. Half actual size. So it's really bigger than this when you buy it, if you buy it. Cup and Sorcerer Tea Service. It washes itself. Sky-high goggles. Fits all sizes. Rejuvenating pills. Feeling low? Take Witcho, the perfect pick-me-up. Whee, she says. The Little Demon. Spell-proof tent for your vacation. And for your vacation reading, the complete book of foul curses. It's spellbinding, the mirror says. Frog powder. Just add water. Croak. Money back if not completely satisfied. For the wizard in your life. Matching necktie and sock set. And at the bottom it says, these are just a few examples of our enchanting stock. For further details, call 1-800-555-UGLY. No bad spells, please. I'm going to put that advertisement away back in the envelope so we can keep reading the story. In you go. So the witch read the letter with a cackle of glee, while the postman read the paper, but left his tea. It was green. Can you see him reading the newspaper? There's a stolen pig on the front cover. Let's see what's next. Soon the Jolly Postman, we hear tell, stopped at a door with a giant bell and a giant bottle of milk as well. See the milk? And look at those giant's feet compared to the postman. With a postcard for guess who? Mr. V. Big, Mile High House, Beanstalk Gardens. It must have come par avion, which means by airmail. And it comes from east of the sun and west of the moon. And there's a stamp with a monster in the sea. I'm going to open that envelope. Who lives at the top of a beanstalk? Can you remember a story like that? Here's the letter. Let me put down the book. First class hotels, music and dancing, thinking of you on our magic carpet tour. Fun and food, it says, and fabulous beaches. It's a postcard kind of a letter, even though it came in an envelope. Let's see what's on the other side. Here is a note on the postcard, and it says, it's hard for me to read backwards, "Dear Giant Big, having a nice time, me and my mum and your hen that lays the golden eggs. It's better than traveler's checks. I saw a bloke," that means a guy, "as we was flying down. He was bigger than you. I've took note of his address. Take care of yourself and your talking harp. I'll be back for that one of these days, I'm sure. Bye for now. Your very little pal." Guess who it's from? Jack, from Jack and the Beanstalk. And this says, "Our couriers are always at your service. Magic Carpet Tours." Let's put that back in the envelope and see what's next. So the giant read the postcard with baby on his knee, and the postman wet his whistle with a thimble of tea. Do you know what a thimble is? I use it when I sew with a needle and thread, and I need to push the needle through, and it fits on one finger. But his is so big that it fits on the tip of my finger, so it hides my fingernail. And his is big enough, because it belongs to the giant's house, to be a cup of tea. But the baby's sippy cup is almost the same size as the postman here at the giant's house. Okay, let's see what's next. Once more on his bicycle, the postman rode to a beautiful palace, so we've been told, where nightingales sang and a sign said, "Sold," with a letter for, guess who it is? Cinderella. There's a surprise. Here's the letter. It says HRH, which means Her Royal Highness Cinderella. The Palace, Half Kingdom Road. Let's see what's up here. There's a stamp with a king and a queen on it. And it says it's from Crooked Mile. That's where the post office that the person who sent this went to, a post office called Crooked Mile. I know I go to Havertown Post Office when I need to go. Many of you might go to Media Post Office. This one's called Crooked Mile. Let's see what's inside the envelope. Oh, there's two things in there. I'm going to put the book down. Cinderella, the Story of a Fairy Tale Princess. It's a little book. I don't know what we should do first. Let's see what this is. It's a letter. See, they typed it. Not handwriting like Goldilocks did at the beginning. Dear Princess. Oh, what's at the top? The Peter Piper Press, it says. Right there. It's got a picture. Do you know Peter Piper? Remember, that's a nursery rhyme. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Maybe your parents can read it to you sometime. Dear Princess, we at the Piper Press hope soon to publish a little book for young readers in celebration of your recent marriage to His Royal Highness Prince Charming. A copy of this book is enclosed for your approval. We trust this somewhat shortened version of your Highness's most marvelous tale will not displease you. We also trust that you will be comfortable in your new home and live happily ever after. Your humble servant and loyal subject to be, Peter Piper. Peter Piper, Managing Director. And this says the Peter Piper Press, Peck Place, Pickleton. He signed it himself, Peter Piper. And then he typed it again. Let's look at the book. Oops, I dropped it. Cinderella, the story of a fairy tale princess. There once was a young woman named Cinderella who had a cruel stepmother, 2 cruel and ugly stepsisters, and a father who was not around much. One day the postman arrived with an invitation to the royal ball. The stepmother and the sisters got dressed in their finery and departed almost at once, leaving Cinderella alone. She couldn't go to the ball. She had nothing to wear and no transportation. Can you see the stepsisters and Cinderella and in her work clothes? Luckily, at that moment, Cinderella's fairy godmother dropped in. Finding Cinderella in tears, she worked her magic and sent her off to the ball. In a beautiful gown and a golden coach. But be back by 12, she said. The magic stops at midnight. So Cinderella went to the ball and had a marvelous time. She ate lots of little sausages on sticks and danced constantly with the prince, who obviously admired her. Then, just when things were going well, the clock struck 12, and Cinderella had to run for it. The prince was inconsolable until, that is, he found one of Cinderella's glass slippers, which cheered him up. The next day he went looking for a young woman whose foot, turn the page, would fit the slipper, planning to marry her if she'd have him. All the women in the town, young and old, and even the ugly sisters, tried on the slipper, but without success. Then finally, Cinderella tried it on, and it fit, of course, and that was that. A few days later, Cinderella and the prince were married. Telegrams of congratulations arrived from every corner of the kingdom, and the newspapers were full of the event. Fairy tale princess, the headlines proclaimed, which, on this occasion, it must be said, was really no exaggeration at all. The end. And on the back, it says, a story of magic and romance, glass slippers, and little sausages on sticks. The best happy ever after tale of all. And it says it costs $2.95 if you want to buy it in the store. Okay, let's put that down and find out what's next in this Jolly Postman or Other People's Letters story. So Cinderella read her little book. The postman drank champagne, then wobbled off on his rounds again and again and again. Oops! Later on, the postman, feeling hot, came upon a grandma in a shady spot. But Grandma, what big teeth you've got! Besides, this is a letter for Oh. So do you know which grandmother this is? Is it really a grandmother? Look closely. Does that look like a grandmother to you? It says urgent. It's from the kingdom. That's where it got mailed. And it's to B. Wolf, Esquire, care of Grandma's Cottage, Horner's Corner. Nothing major on the envelope, no extra pictures. Let's turn the page and open the envelope. What's in there? It's some kind of a letter. Let's look. Oh, it's another typed letter. Can you see it? Let's see what it says. At the top, it says, Meeny, Miny, Mo Company. You know Meeny, Miny, Mo. We've done that at school. Alley-O Buildings, Tow Lane, and that's the telephone number. Dear Mr. Wolf, we are writing to you on behalf of our client, Miss Riding Hood, concerning her grandma. You know the story of Little Red Riding Hood and her grandma? Miss Hood tells us that you are presently occupying her grandma's cottage and wearing her grandma's clothes without this lady's permission. Please understand that if this harassment does not cease, we will call in the official woodcutter, and if necessary, all the king's horses and all the king's men. We know that part of the story. We did Humpty Dumpty. On a separate matter, we must inform you that the Three Little Pigs Limited are now firmly resolved to sue for damages. Your offer of shares in a turnip or apple picking business is declined. And all this huffing and puffing will get you nowhere. Yours sincerely, Harold Meany. Well, this is the same Big Bad Wolf, the Red Riding Hood Wolf, and the Three Little Pigs Wolf. And this is from a lawyer who is telling the Big Bad Wolf what he needs to do to solve his two problems about being in Grandma's cottage and blowing down the pigs' houses. Wow, the same wolf. Let's see what's next. So Grandma, is it really Grandma? No. Grandma read the letter and poured the tea, which the not-so-jolly postman drank nervously. He doesn't feel comfortable to be in this house with a grandma that doesn't look like a grandma but looks like a big bad wolf. Oh, there's a quilt on the bed. You guys know I like to quilt. Did you see my quilt over here? I made this one a while ago. Let's see what's next. Now the jolly postman, nearly done, so is the story, came to a house where a party had begun. On the step was a bear with a bun, but the letter was for Goldilocks. Let's look at the picture. What do we see? Two children, the postman and a bear. Somebody's in the window and somebody's at the door. The duck is carrying something. The envelope says, "Please do not bend." It has two stamps on it, and it's from far away. To Goldilocks on Blackbird Road. Do you know this? 24 Blackbird Road. Do you know this story? Old King Cole was a merry old soul. Is that the one? No, I think it goes 24 blackbirds baked in a pie. See if you can find that one in your nursery rhymes book. And it's from Banbury Cross. That's a different nursery rhyme. To see a fine lady upon a white horse. That's the second line. Something about going to Banbury Cross. Oh, here's the letter. Here we go. What's inside? It must be a birthday card. Birthday wishes. 8 today. And it has a picture of somebody carrying a cake and a bear with a chef's hat carrying a present and a mouse carrying a balloon. He also has a chef's hat on. What's inside? Oh, something fell out. Money. Let me show you the other side. It's money from the fairy tales. It's £1, which is kind of like $1. Who is sitting on there? Somebody with something in her lap, and she's watching her sheep. Little Miss Muffet, maybe? Sat on a tuffet. Look who's coming down here. Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider who sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. On the other side, it says, Bank of Wonderland. I can't read those little words upside down, backwards. I promise, I can't even read them right side up. I promise to something the bearer on, pay the bearer on demand of the sum of £1. And it's signed with a fancy signature. So it's like a dollar bill. Goldilocks got a dollar bill for her 8th birthday, a pound. Maybe Ethan can tell us about a pound or bring one into school. And it says, pat a cake, baker's man. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. Carry it in on a beautiful plate and light up the candles. Today I am 8. To Goldilocks, from love from Mrs. Bunting and Baby. There's a story called a nursery rhyme about Bye Baby Bunting. I'm not really sure how it goes. Oh, and on the back, there's a little robin. Cock Robin cards. So there's a story about Cock Robin. I don't know that one either. All right, got to put this away. Let's find out what's next. So Goldilocks put the money in the pocket of her dress, asked the postman to her party, and of course he answered yes. So there he is. Everybody's wearing a hat or a crown, and they gave one to the postman. Is that the postman or is that her father? I don't know. What do you see there? Do you see some characters you know? Fun, fun, fun. What's next? We're getting close to the end. Once upon a bicycle, so they say, a jolly postman came one day from over the hills and far away, and went home in the evening for tea. There's the way home. Some cows are in the meadow. There's Goldilocks saying goodbye to her friends. I think that's who that is. Oh, look who's jumping over the moon. We know that. Lots of good things to see here. Somebody's coming, must live in the tree. A little guy. And he has a little dog, too. And there's a pig at the end of the story. Is that it? The end. The postman got home. And his teapot is there and his dog. And he's reading his mail. Isn't that a wonderful book? Full of letters to characters we know. A book with real letters inside, it says. So this is called the Jolly Postman. Jolly starts with that letter, J. Oh, look at all the characters on the front. Now we know who they all are, or a lot of them anyway. There's the spider from Miss Muffet. There's the bears, and maybe Goldilocks. That might be Jack from the Jack and the Beanstalk. Oh, the dish and the spoon. Isn't it fun? Oh, the moon has a letter, and the cow has a letter. The spider has a letter. I didn't see that before. Everybody must have a letter. Oh my goodness. The Jolly Postman's been busy delivering letters, and I hope he delivered one to you. Did you get a letter from me, from your Jolly Postman or Jolly Postwoman? I wanted you to get some mail so you could have fun with this book too. All right. See you at school. Bye.